don't know where we're going. I mean, that's why I'm in this band, because, you know, I would like to see 10 years where we're going to be at, what kind of songs we're going to be playing, you know, and I think that's what will attract people and listeners is, you know, you never know where this band is going.
Sometimes you make my days feel like
It's usually not about bullshit, I'll tell you that. And sometimes some things are more lighthearted and kind of funny, and sometimes they're more serious. But as long as you're saying something,
I don't know, somehow make people think differently. Just somehow.
For me, the idea that more people have the chance to do this is kind of almost a First Amendment issue, okay? I mean, the more people that can express themselves, the better it is for the whole society.
clouds are covering my sun.
And, you know, I hope that it reaches not only a mass, but also, you know, the individual listener who can be like, you know, I felt that before and I've experienced that before. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to be playing stadiums and I would love to sell millions of copies, but that's not what it's about for me. All I want to do is make enough money to live just from doing more. As long as, you know, I can pay my bills and I can make music with these guys, I'll be happy. Dude, that's
sweet, isn't it? Yeah, go to the end one and do it.
About like right here, probably.
Yeah. See, that's what I love about this shit is the dumb luck, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not even planning on half of the stuff, and you just get lucky once in a while.
The movement from tape to the hard disk is the biggest thing. And so now what used to cost me really, literally $100,000 if I wanted to buy good gear, now costs me maybe 10.
I think I mean I've watched Matt work. I didn't know what he did on the first one because I wasn't around, but I know that our ability to fade in and fade songs out, our ability to overdub, our ability to make sure things line up is a lot better than on just his 8-track recorder. You can see all the sound levels in front of you, and you can always just hit undo if you don't like what you have.
You know, with the computer and I guess automated mixing in general, I mean, it's easier because you can know what you want, and then you can, you know, look at the track all laid out in time and adjust everything accordingly. You know, if I mix something on here, I'm always going to be like, if I need something to pan, I got to switch it and I got to fade things up and down. But on here, it's like once I program it, it's just going to do it. And so I get everything and I set it exactly how I want it. And then, you know, then you just listen to it.
And the folks that have basement studios and, you know, small project studios and rehearsal studios and things like that threaten my income, right? But it turns out that I'm more happy to see it as a form of increased expression than I am worried about it hurting me economically. There is an aura, a cool factor, if you want to call it that, to going to a place that is specifically designed around doing the work that you want to do.
I just, you know, we don't have to load everything up and go to some foreign space, some cold, empty studio. You know, all our stuff's right here. All, you know, the vibe and the spirit of the room it's right here. We don't have to go someplace and try to reenact what we already have here. We're here and we get to record it here, and I feel very comfortable in this space.
Most musical groups like to record together. That's how they rehearse, that's how they perform. My philosophy is that 85% of a great recording is a great performance. Nothing to do with knobs and buttons. It's all out there.
Spring, the music's alright.
There's not just one way to make money and express yourself in the music business. You know, there's certainly the obvious divide between selling your creativity and selling your performance. And I think that if you have the commitment, you work on both.
It's a double-edged sword, because I think that it's hard to try to focus on, okay, hey, let's write new songs and let's rehearse, but then too, you know, hey, we got to make sure to get some CDs out to places, we need to make sure to call places and get gigs and all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, that can be difficult. I think we're true to the music we make. I don't think we compromise. I mean, we don't go into studios and let producers press buttons for us or tell us what they think songs should sound like. That's why we do it on our own, because we know what we want our songs to sound like, and we'll never compromise that. And that's one thing that really makes me believe in this band, and in my opinion, it's just a matter of time, you know? It's like, how long can we keep going until we finally make it, you know?
Never worry about your fate to come at the moment of the praise. Only look at the Bible. What you see or realize. No matter what you say, you always say. No matter what you do, I've been looking at you. Oh, so.
Or if not one song, I think when we record the CD, man, it should be done just like that, where it's like you just go like right into it and we follow you. Like, that's how we should play that. Fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome. Well, yeah, and the transition's even better, man. No, really, dude, like everybody looked at each other, man, and was like, fuck. Like, dude, I think it should be on the CD like that, man. Yeah.
I would love to, get a record label, but the bottom line is I would still want to be producing all our music. And, no one could step in and tell us that, like, this song can't go on an album or something like that. Like, if that's what I want, like, that's what's going to happen. I don't want people telling us what they think we need to do or, like a direction to go in.
I think there will always be room for the creative. I mean, people will not be satisfied to be formulaic. And I think that this is going to evolve just like other things.
Oh, what did I learn? Cast your pearls to mine. And yet I wrote this line. So I need pearls. So
And also, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. We have no manager to blame, because we don't have a manager. If we don't get a gig, because we haven't been working, we have only us to blame for it.
I see so many musical groups out there that have, a certain amount of talent, but the minute they run into their first obstacle, like funding or a lack of venues or whatever, they kind of give up. And to me, it is a huge commitment.
I think it's comforting to be in a band because you know that no matter what happens, there are 3 other guys up there who are going to support you and help you get through whatever you've got,
If you run it like a marriage and a business and a friendship at the same time and give it each one of those factors equal value, that kind of commitment will pay off.
See, we can't dedicate our time to it, and that's the hardest part. If we could sit down and, be like, all right, this month we're gonna record, and it's our goal to make, I really think if we had all the songs and we had already played most of them and stuff, we could easily probably record an album in a month. But we just don't have the luxury in our lives to sit down and do that because everyone's got school and everyone's got a job and this and that, and there's just all this shit that gets in the way.
I know we're going to try to play more. We're obviously going to keep on recording, although it won't be as intense as it was when we did Information. We don't have a deadline to finish this. We don't have the money to get another 1,000 CDs, so we're hoping to do a little bit of recording, maybe finish that CD up next year sometime.
Feel my lungs up a reason, but tell me why you can't hear my soul screaming inside.
But I would like to see us play some more, and we've invested in some new equipment, and we're just trying to get our live show that much better, and try to make our songs that much tighter.
I'm sitting here once again. I got a smoke in my mouth, a beer in my hand, but I tell you what I do.